I'm a photographer and installation artist based in Metro Atlanta, Georgia. Today, we are going to talk about how do you even know that you're ready for a solo exhibition? I thought about it, made some notes, thinking about, for myself, how did I know I was ready? Where did I begin with that? And I decided to break it down into 5 easy steps that are clear signs and indicators that you are ready for a solo exhibition. Okay, so the first one is you are ready for a solo exhibition if you have exhibited in several group shows. Now, I am intentionally not giving you a number. I don't really believe that there's a straightforward number out there. I've been in 10 group shows, 20 group shows, 15 group shows. I think what matters is consistency. If you are consistently exhibiting your art wherever, whether that's locally, regionally, in other states, you're probably ready for a solo exhibition. At least it's one sign that you're ready for a solo exhibition. And let me also break this down what I mean by consistency. You should be exhibiting several times throughout the year. And you can kind of determine what quota you set for yourself. For me personally, I shoot for 2 to 3 exhibitions a year. And that was a really big deal for me straight out of undergrad. For me, that was an indicator that I am an active exhibiting artist. When I meet people, they want to know where they can see my work, the last place it was shown, or the next place it will be shown. So for me to always have something in the queue in terms of exhibitions was a really big deal for me. It made me feel that I was active in my art community. Okay, so sign number 2 that you're probably ready for a solo exhibition is you have practiced talking about your artwork in public. Okay, key thing in public. With the solo exhibition, your work is front and center. It's also a portrayal of not just your artwork, but what do you have to say about your artwork? From your didactic to your captions to any text that might be included. People are excited to hear about you, how you came up with the work, why you made the work. The more rooted your artwork is in intentionality, really is going to allow the work to shine and to also allow your ideas that you're sharing with the world through your art to shine. So you need to be able to practice talking about your art. If you have not had a lot of opportunities to talk about your art, sign up for panel discussions, pitch yourself for panel discussions anytime. Kind of going back to sign number 1, those group exhibitions that you've been showing in, hopefully consistently, always chat with the curator or whoever's organizing the exhibit and let them know, hey, if there's any talking opportunities, I'd love to be considered. Hey, if there's an artist talk, I'd love to be in the lineup. Hey, if there's a panel discussion, I'd love to be considered. You'd be surprised how many artists actually hate talking about their work and avoid it like the plague. So the exhibition organizers that you're participating in, they will be elated to know that you want to participate in by way of talking or giving workshops or an artist talk or anything like that. So let it be known. Don't wait for an invitation. Just put it out there. You're already a part of that group exhibition. Oftentimes, additional programming happens alongside it. So let the organizers know that you want to be considered. And that's one quick and easy way to definitely gain more practice speaking about your work in public. Okay. All right. Sign number 3 that you are probably ready for a solo exhibition is that you have created at least one or more bodies of work. Okay. Now, for me, I started photographing when I was really young, but it wasn't until my undergrad years at SCAD Savannah that I really started to build bodies of work. And I literally had classes where we spent 9 weeks working on one project, really having to workshop it, get critique, expand on it, pivot, change, build out our ideas conceptually, practice talking about them. Whether you're in an academic program or not, that doesn't really matter. What matters is that you've created a body of work, or that you're on your journey of creating a body of work. What are you trying to say as an artist? What ideas are really, tickling your fancy right now? What's something that you're exploring? What's something that you're reading that you want to dive deeper into? Going back to some of those other signs, if you've talked about your work before, what do you love talking about the most? What gets you excited to talk about it? If you've been exhibiting consistently in other exhibitions, what type of work are you exhibiting? What type of group shows do you find yourself getting into or applying to? Which ones are calling to you? What bodies of work are you ready to build, or have you already built? In a group exhibition, we're really just seeing a sample of your work, but in a solo exhibition, it's all you, baby. So, do you have enough art to fill a space, fill a gallery, fill some walls? Have you thought about how your work would be exhibited, how you want to actually showcase that artwork? These are all things that you'll start to think about when creating a full body of work. And that full body of work is going to be essential for someone to take you seriously and to demonstrate that, yes, I am definitely ready for a solo exhibition. Okay. Sign number 4 is quite close to number 3, but it's a little different. So number 3 was, have you created a full body of work, since that'll be required. Number 4 is your work can stand alone. Okay. So think about, if you've shown at a lot of different group exhibitions, does your work stand out? What do people have to say about your work? How do you feel about people's reactions to your work? If you pulled that piece out of that group exhibition, could you expand upon it? What other works would accompany it? What conversation would come up with other complementary pieces to the artwork that you make, right? Your work needs to be able to stand alone. In a group exhibition, it's really a concert of sorts, right? There's some type of theme, the curators put together a concept, and all of these artworks are speaking towards that theme and that concept. And it really should create a really beautiful harmony, right, of artwork in the room that's just like reverberating these ideas and these themes. Well, with a solo exhibition, your work is doing that. What bodies of work have you created that your work can stand alone around a centralized theme or topic or concept that you're ready to talk about and explore? The last one is, it's missing on your CV. I know it seems like maybe a silly sign, but sometimes it's the most obvious one. If everything I've shared with you on this list, you're like, man, Stephanie, I'm hitting all of these signs. I have exhibited consistently in several group shows over, a number of years. I've got practice, and I love and I enjoy and I have experience talking about my artwork in public. Yes, Stephanie, I have created one or more bodies of artwork. Yes, I am very confident that my artwork can stand alone, can stand 10 toes down, on any type of topic or theme or idea that you feel passionate about. And if all of those things, then I want you to take a look at your CV. If you feel like all 4 of those signs are a yes, 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 then take a look at your CV. Is there a solo show on there? And maybe there's just one, or maybe there's none at all. And if you said yes to all of those things, then honey, you are ready for a solo exhibition. If there are a lot of things on this list that, nope, I haven't done that, then listen back and take some of those tips and notes that I made, and hopefully those are helpful for you. Also, let me know in the comments if you took any of my advice and if it was helpful, or if you have any questions or things you want me to expand on. That last one is really, if it's on your CV or if it's not on your CV, that's an indicator that it's time to go out and seek a solo show. Now, again, this mini series that we're doing is demonstrating my first solo show in Los Angeles, curated with my good friend and curator, Jessica Bethel. And I knew that I was ready for a solo exhibition because I went down my own list and I checked off all of these boxes. I have had a few solo exhibitions in the past, but it's been a long time since I've had one with a new body of work. And that is what I was excited to bring to a new city and also to bring to my CV as well. So that was an opportunity that I was seeking for myself. I was seeking it through applications and, all the traditional means. And with the help of my friend Jessica, we decided to build our own door. And that's why we're just taking you all along the journey with us. This is creating a solo exhibition opportunity, DIY edition, build your own door edition. Do it yourself because you know that you're ready for it. And instead of waiting for permission, we're just going to go and get it. I hope this was really helpful. Please let me know in the comments below if any of these signs resonated with you. Let me know in the comments also which signs you have checked off and which ones you still need to work on. I hope I can be a resource to you. See you on the next one.